All right. Hello everyone and welcome back to new Speedrun. I am officially doing a recording here of Metal Gear Solid Mobile 80% new game on the Nokia N95, so original hardware. We're gonna do one run, go through the motions, see what happens, and I'm very much looking forward to that. And I have actually installed a second webcam here so you can actually see what I'm doing, and yeah, you can say I can control with this Wiimote, but additionally we will also switch back and forth with the actual phone. So I would say, let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. That was the actual go time. So this Metal Gear Solid Mobile, we're playing this on a 2007 released phone. This game came actually out in 2008 and was basically alongside MGS4 out there. It has not been actually developed by Kojima Productions, but a second developer. And was officially announced as part of the Metal Gear Solid anniversary back then. So basically this game plays like the old classics 2D games. You have only 4-way movements, up, down, left and right. And you also later have first person aiming. So you have, for example, up left, up down, up down, up right, down left and down right in all the motions here. I wish I would have a better video out right now. I'm just going straight through the phone AV cable into a standard converter. I will get a better recording solution and better upscaler so we can actually see what's happening here. But for now, I'm just going to make do with what I have here. Anyway, I had to increase the volume just a little bit. So the first few rooms really you just walk through here and try to not be seen as often as we maybe will be. In this situation here, it's actually beneficial for us that this guard will walk away from us. And we first have to rank up. There was a door that was locked, we didn't have any access to it, and we do basically get access by asking nicely. When I put it that way. So we're going in here. Just like in Metal Gear Solid 2, which this game is sort of based around. So we have Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Metal Gear Solid Mobile plays in between those two missions. So we already have connected with Otacon, and we are now trying to go here through this mission. And the first mini game that's part of this mobile release is the interference, where we just have to tune our radio so we can actually get a connection to another helping person here, and that is Dr. V. Reed. Dr. V. Reed is the professor that we are trying to secure right now here from this facility, and the whole reason why we are actually invading here. So what's really cool is this guard was already so focused watching us, we could literally walk past him and he didn't see us. To our benefit, we can just literally keep on walking here. And again, I apologize if the video feed is not as clean. This is just a basic upscaler here. I already have ordered a better one, but as it is with international shipping and everything, it will take a while before it's actually here, so. Here's a few alerts that we're gonna willingly take because they manipulate how we can move through rooms. So in this instance, for example, in this formal room, we had to get an alert here, so we actually have an easy time getting through here. We literally walk past this dude here, but we'll just turn in the right moment, and then we walk here to the right without being re-seen again and shot. My whole idea is that I want to keep my health as high as possible, which is actually something that we need to do for Big Boss as well. There is a Big Boss in this rank. There's ranks at the end of the screen. What we're going for in any % new game is the Hound rank. There's one cool, of course, trick that we will do here, where we will skip an entire section of the game. Unfortunately, got seen here, but it's fine. What cool is about this game is if we get an alert and we pop a chaff, the guards don't call immediately an alert in, so we can just go here, throw a chaff, which immediately activates in this game, and then continue on without the alert being counted. So moving on here. Skipping the codec and moving on. So we're purple now. Why are we purple? Well, in Metal Gear Solid 2, a little bit, tied to what we had with Metal Gear Solid 4, the Otacon? The Octo Camel. we can change our suit color based on the color that we want to pick up from the real world. Because this is a mobile game, they actually use the camera in the phones, so we could select colors. Of course, there's also an alternative. If, for example, you're playing in the dark or something, you just can't go anywhere to pick colors. We can literally just get also colors from inside the game, which we'll get to in just a few rooms. Of course, we have a lot of things to go through first. I'm gonna grab this chaff here, moving on. Open the door here. Doors you really want to go through in specific manners, and that is where they open up. This is really common in Metal Gear Solid games. You want to go through doors on the side where they're opening up, so you're not getting stopped. In this game, it's very important. Is if you walk against the door that's opening up, you're actually forced to stand still for a very tiny fraction. It is annoying, and you can continuously walk through doors if you hit them on the side where they're opening up. And there we go. So we're moving on here. And we're going through the next room, sleeping quarters. The first half of the game really is just, you know, us trying to go through with as least damage as possible. This dude is following us. He should actually call in another, but he didn't. That is unusual. Again, alerts only really count when a guard calls it in. So if he sees us and we quickly take him out, or if you just leave the room, it does not count as an alert. As we can see, there's no guards here. He did not call in an alert. Usually when I walk this way, he goes to the right, not to the up and left. So that was interesting. And now in this room, we finally get to use the Octo Camo. So this is why we have a mobile game, and see why the mobile game has its own perks. Go up here, select the camouflage, as we can see. Pick a wall color, we want to be red, and then move on. Oh, we're not red, we are black. That's unfortunate. Gotta go back. There we go, now we're red. Now we can move on. So now with a cutscene playing, and yeah, ideally in a clean run, we would just go for here. And this good sees me, so that's not good. It already messes up a lot in a run here, which is fine. This will delay us only by a few seconds. There we go. Temporary storage. I'm gonna pop this chaff. We will be seen. We will be attacked also. Unless we are fast enough like this. This was good. Saving us some health. And we don't want to have an alert in this exact room. That's why I pop a chaff before I continue moving. Because in the next room, if we had an alert in the prior room, there will be guards standing here. And one guard will 100% shoot me and slow me down. And if we can avoid that alert in the previous room, we can just move on. Because there won't be any guards that can shoot us and slow us down. And that's why it's faster for us. There we go. Alright. That's the advantage of using chaffs. That's why we pick them up more often maybe than we need to. Because they really have a great benefit to us. So we're now in the center here. They said they had moved Dr. V. Reed here. There's nobody here. Well, let's get at least access, since we have access to the terminal, so why not? Go along here. And it was a trap. Still, in the end, we just got caught here, and it's a trap. What can we do to get out here again? So we can just use the wall camo. And for later, I need exactly one extra ration, which is this one that we need. And we have yet another interference coming in from somebody else that wants to talk to us. Sure, why not? Just gonna draw this line here. First attempt, and move on. Oops, that's not the button I want to use. There we go. And then how do we get out of here? Well, in the original MGS, we were just lying on the floor and used ketchup on us. Here in MGS Mobile, we can actually lean against the door and be not visible because, you know, camouflage. The guards that will walk by us will not see us and be worried that we left, despite literally sticking to the wall. And that's how we can get out of here. We just need to wait for the guard to come in. So, if anyone wants to say something, do now or be silent forever. Because this game is fast. Lots of action back to back. Highly insane. There we go. Now the guard will come in and see us. Ah, where'd he go? Well. And now we can escape. Just literally need to leave the wall behind and go up here, and that's that. Dap, dap, da, da, da. So that was the first half of the game. Not of the speedrun. The speedrun has a little bit more to do, but now we will go back again to the elevator and go back again up one level. And the map of this game really is like a Y shape. You go up a certain path in the center, and then you go left, make a circle, come back again, and then you go right in the end. So for now, I need to switch. Actually, I need to play with the phone because there's the first person button that we literally can't use on the Wiimote. The Wiimote gives a lot for us, and if you are a Symbian developer and want to help us use an actual like good controller, like a DualSense for example, that would be a blessing. So I'm gonna switch here to the weapon. I can shoot here the sensors, and mechanic that we also have for medical solid 2. And there we go. We can get through. And yeah, this is why we need to play certain rooms with that aspect where we are switching back and forth between the actual phone, because it's the only button that we can press to get first person, and back again to the Wiimote, which is actually more, you know, comfortable to play with. It's not perfect. Certainly has its quirks, but it's definitely better than what we usually would do. Right, back again in this room, we have 3 sensors that we need to shoot out. So we're gonna try to walk as clean as possible. To the right, down here. Aim. It's a bit finicky. There we go. To the right. There we go. And up for the second floor here. We want to have this. Ideally, you shoot as clean as possible. You know, just diagonal lines and be done with it. In that instance, we had to do it like this. This next room, I only need to tap 0 once. That's why I... Well, the second next room. This room, really, you just need to walk up. But the next room after that one, I need to use first person once. But since I only need to use once, I can just press 0 like this and keep my fingers usually on the Wiimote. Which is fine, guys. It's fine. So we're going in here. Quickly skip yet another cutscene. It's so often in Metal Gear Solid Mobile that we first have a cutscene, then a codec call, and then everything else happening. So first person here, shoot, and then in the same view, switch to the camouflage, turn green, and that didn't work. There we go, need to turn green so we can move on here. This time at least there's no guard in this room. And there we go, we made it past here. Colors are not that important, like you don't need to have the perfect tone of green, but for sure you need to be green, for example. There's a certain leeway with the game. Alright, we're back again here. And soon our path will split. So we're just gonna move on. We need the camouflage one last time, and that is go again through another sensor. And then we get to the big any percent skill of this game. The skip that actually separates Big Boss literally from any percent. Because we're going to explode. Haha. Which is fun. We're gonna die and then immediately use a ration and then not be dead again. So if you have fun doing that, this game is definitely for you. And we definitely, this is an old phone. This is 8 GB of your memory inside of it. But overall, it's very slow. Alright, switch over. Need to use a chaff. We need to be brown for the next door check. So that's why we move here like this. And then again, I need to change over to the phone. There we go. Restrooms. Because we want to be shooting. Come on. Go like this. And then... and move on already to the next room. And that's that for the next few segments. So most of the game can be played actually in the Wii mode comfortably. We only need the main 3 buttons, which are also the blue ones here on the top, and the one in the center for actions. Alright, let's hope we don't get shot. We got lucky. You can make it through without taking damage, as we can see here, but usually not without an alert. You always get an alert here. Which is fine, that happens. And this is how it looks like if there's actually an alert. There will be guards on the left side. Alright, so we are on level 3 right now. This is the level code that we got after we've been trapped. So we can move now to the second, basically, full window of the space. There we go, there's another door check. We need to be told everything. So every time when there's something like this, it's like, oh, it's the big hurdle. How do you get the color? And the speedruns, of course, we already know where we need to go. This is not a problem for us. So we know exactly, this is why we had the brown color on at the Mensa. We just go there, grab it, and know exactly that we can use it here. And then it's time to find out the big mystery of the space. So again, we've been tricked actually when we got caught. We have been trapped inside and terrorists were going after us in here. So we literally were just helping the terrorists to get inside. And thankfully, because this worked, first time again, interference, we will now get to see the cutscene. Why are they here? So we only had an assumption that there's a Metal Gear. But in the cutscenes that I sadly have to skip now, we will see there is actually Metal Gear, the Metal Gear Rex from Metal Gear Solid 1. So yeah, I bet you didn't know that. There we go. Moving on here. Oops. Down to the right. And instead of, you know, grabbing the Nikita, which we usually do here for big boss rank, we will go here down immediately. Because again, we need to shoot out sensors, just like we did so far with the SOCOM. But in the basement here, we would need Nikita ammo for that, you know, remote controlled rockets. Takes a lot of time though, and for 80% again, we have this cool trick where we walk into the sensors, blow up, and immediately equip a ration, and then we can just move on, despite being dead. Isn't that fun? So we're gonna walk over here, another cutscene, and then I need to do some preparations. So, off the weapon, up here. And there we go. There we go, I made it through. Usually we can do it a little bit faster. Sometimes when you walk a step too far, you lean against the wall and then you need to unlean again and then you can continue moving. That's why I was listening in here on the footsteps. But yeah, we survived. We exploded and survived in the same end. So I'm gonna go over here to the side and equip with the chaff because we need that one here. There's a turret around the corner. We want to keep as much health as possible right now because there is a few fights coming up for us and we don't want to accidentally die. And we're waiting. Hello, and now, what's cool about this game is, usually we already have C4, but the game gives us instead C4 as well. Just in case we haven't picked it up yet, because we need to blow up this very wall. So I'm gonna equip the C4. So 1 second time, and then we just move on. There we go. So going up here, this path can be done very clean. Ideally, you don't even have an alert here, but yeah, as you can see, well, it's not an alert, it's a call coming in. If you have taken the perfect line without any, you know, slow down, you can actually run through without being caught, which is very useful. All right, we have one more shooting segment, so I gotta switch over here again. And also, I'm gonna switch over here, because we definitely want to have our SOCOM out now. Switching over, shooting one. And the second sensor, come on. And moving on. And now we have a fight. There will be 2 guns in front of us, so how do we take care of those? Well, quickly, of course. First shot is right here. I'm gonna grab the ration. And I'm gonna go into first-person viewing and immediately shoot this guy. And that's how we do this fight. Now we can get away and move on. There we go. And now we take the elevator up. Now coming actually is the final boss of the game. This is the end. Well, this is also a very lengthy boss, so let's see if we can do it optimally. There you go, one cutscene to skip, one codec to skip, and a cutscene after that. But yes, here we are, the Metal Gear Hangar! That's the big boss fight of the game. Skipping the cutscene here, and getting ready here. 4 shots on him, and then he will be in a phase where he will definitely not be able to shoot us, but also we can't shoot him. So I'm gonna go over here, grab my rations, and have them ready. And we need to pop chaffs all the time here, because if we have these chaffs out, the chaffs will stop the enemy, just called Commander, from having his iframes open the whole time. Now we'll be like this. Get in a car, and we can move on. First person, and shooting. Back again to chaff, and that's what we're gonna do for the rest of the fight. It's not the most exciting, but it definitely works. Ideally, we want to keep him right here. I tried to shoot him just before his iframes lifted. Sometimes you get 1 or 2 shots in there. It's only a minor helpful thing in the end. And there we go. So we don't even need to go into first person anymore here. We can just lean here like this. The guard that will be on the left will be a bit annoying, but we can stand here like this and then keep auto aiming on him. There you go. Hit this cooldown phase, and now we can move on. And every time when the cutscene plays, all the items on the floor will respawn again. So we could get even more rations, which we don't need. We already have 2. That's more than enough for us. There you go. Moving on here. Aiming again automatically. He will now shoot the box on the left, which doesn't matter to us. We're not there, we're in the center. And there we go, immediately the next phase. So, another chaff out, so his iframes go way faster, and then we can lean here again. He will actually not attack us directly here, which is very interesting. You can just go here like this. But his body on the side will actually annoy us a little bit. Oh, and we're out of ammo. There you go, now he's in his iframes. Now he is, sorry. Jesus Christ. So that's fine. We don't have any ammo here for the farmers, but we can easily grab some here. And now we're back in business. There you go. I immediately shot him before his iframes went away. And that helped us to get even more damage on him. He will now shoot until he is in cooldown. And then we just need 1 more damage on him. There we go, that's the last shot, and that's game. Time will be when the simulation ends. Will be very visible on screen. And time. That's simulation end. The whole mission in the end was just a virtual reality mission, so that's how it ends. And that's the IGT 1714. That was not even a very clean run, but this will definitely be nice. And again, it's on original hardware. You can see here, this is literally the game that I just played. I love it. It's such a great game. It is on mobile for the N-Gage 2.0, played on the Nokia N95. It is a breeze. I really enjoy it, and I hope I can bring it to you guys even more often now that I have the hardware here. So that is it for me. My name is Astis here. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, see you next time. Bye-bye.